Your success is inevitable. In fact, you can't fail. And actually, you've known this your entire life. But there have been things that are getting in the way of you remembering that, you believing that. And those are the conditions and the programs that suggest that, first of all, that you can fail, that there's even such thing as failure, or that there's a path that's not yours, a mistake that you can make, a wrong turn that you can take. When in actuality, everything is serving you. You're always on the right path. You're always going in the right direction for you. It's just that the mind wants to think that you're doing something wrong. It wants you to believe that you should be somewhere else, that you should be someone else, that you should be further along, that all of this should somehow look different, that there's a way that it could be better. But you see, that's all looking through life through the eyes of the adult who's serious, who's strict, who's disconnected from life. Because life is really, in essence, about play. That's where all real success comes from. When you look at all of the greats, all of the true visionaries, all of the real leaders, change makers, people who have elevated the game, people who have innovated, people who have disrupted, people who have created beautiful art, lived magical lives. They've all, at the heart of their approach, been at play. And this is seeing life through the eyes of a child, seeing yourself through the warmth and the light, the playfulness of your imagination. And that really is the secret to your success. It is fun. It is play. It is lightheartedness. When we forget our true self, our natural state of connection, of freedom, of creativity, that source of inspiration, of love, of joy, which is always here. You can never not be there. Wherever you are, love is, creativity is, freedom is. That is the nature of yourself. Infinite, boundless, limitless freedom. And a child knows this without really knowing it with the mind, because it's being it. That you, so present, so immersed in the moment, being, but even in that being, doing. You see, we've even made the distinction with, you don't want to be doing, you want to be being. But in that state of your true self, there's no distinction. There's no separation. You are a part of everything, and everything is a part of you, and there is nothing apart from you. It is only the mind that projects separation, distinction, limitation, anything other than you, anywhere other than here, and therefore someone that you need to be, somewhere that you need to get to. And the only obstacle between you and that is the illusion of space and time, which is also a product of the mind. You see, you are the creator of your reality, and whatever you say it is, however you see it to be, whatever you feel it as, is what it becomes for you. And yet, all the while, that playful creative spirit, which is your innermost child, your true self, sees life as magic, is here eternally, infinitely, wanting to play, wanting you to remember that everything can be so light, so fun, so free. And that is when you truly step into what you're here to create, because you have direct access to the unlimited creativity and inspiration that is your guide, that will lead you to the path of least resistance, to the opportunities, to the people, to the places that you need to be, that you most want to be in order to fulfill your destiny. And this is to live like a child, to be free of overanalyzing, to be free of overthinking, to be free from the burden of planning, of mentalizing, of trying to figure anything out. Life is pure magic. It is pure synchronicity. There are opportunities everywhere. It is unfolding before your very eyes. But we are so often looking through a lens of contraction, of limitation, of expectation, that we undermine the infinite intelligence of life. And that is what a child knows without even knowing. It is so in tune, so tapped in, so turned on to this truth of the abundance, of the flow of life, of the effortless path of creation, when the mind is merely a tool to be used, but not a reality, not an identity to be held on to. It may seem easier said than done to get beyond the mind, but that's why I said in the beginning that you know this so well, because it is always already what you are, that pure space of imagination. And again, all the great leaders and visionaries, entrepreneurs and artists know this, and it is what makes them so successful. It is that space where you can just sit and be and allow the thoughts to happen and allow your feelings to move you and allow yourself to be guided by life. It is so much simpler than we make it out to be. You cannot escape your destiny. You cannot take any wrong turns. You cannot fail. You cannot be anything other than successful when you stop allowing yourself and your life to be dictated by the mind. That is the great leap of faith into the unknown, the great surrender into the heart of your heart, the great and true alignment with your true self. And this is the last step, the final frontier for you to step into. And it is not even anywhere other than where you already are. It's just the willingness to be you.